Hi everyone, Dr. Luqman here with ExcitedCats, bringing you another exciting cat topic, and I sincerely hope that this video finds you all in good health and your pets in good health as well. Now in today's video, we'll be taking a very close look at a very popular cat breed, and you might be interested in adopting this cat breed, or you might already have this cat breed as a pet and you might be curious as to why they are the way they are. So sit back, relax. As usual, this is your kind reminder to please hit that subscribe button, do leave us a like, and of course leave us a comment with any questions or feedback that you have. So today we're going to be looking at the Scottish Fold breed of cat. This cat breed is actually very popular in some countries such as the United States and Japan, namely because there are a lot of celebrity cats that are Scottish Folds. Now, popular examples are one of Taylor Swift's cats. If you follow the musical artist, her Scottish Fold cat makes an appearance in one of her music videos, and the song is Blank Space. And another really popular Scottish Fold cat, who might be a fold, which we will discuss later, is Maru, who actually shot to fame in the early 2000s in YouTube in Japan for just being himself, and he has an apparent love for boxes. These cats are very popular because they tend to have a very cute round face, almost reminiscent of an owl. And they tend to have very small stocky bodies. They're incredibly fluffy and very docile, which makes them really popular. Of course, they are perhaps best known for their ears, which fold downwards instead of upright like a usual cat's ears do, thereby giving this breed its name, the Scottish Fold cat, which is indicative of the folds in their ears. However, I think that it is very fair to point out that these cats are not without their issues, and these folds may look very cute, and indeed they are cute, but they represent a very bad side as well. All Scottish Fold cats have a condition known as osteochondrodysplasia. Now, in the simplest terms, this means that the cartilage they have in their bodies does not form properly. This is actually the reason why their ears appear the way they do, because a normal cat's ears have cartilage in them, which helps the ears stand upright. However, in the case of the Scottish Fold, they are lacking this cartilage and they don't make it properly, which is why the ears fold down. Now, interestingly, there have been some studies done on the breed itself, which shows people that despite having ears that tend to fold down, they don't actually have issues with regards to their hearing. So their hearing is actually fine. And as a cat owner, you might have noticed that sometimes your cat picks up a sound and their ears turn towards the sound. Now, this is very natural in cats, and what it actually does is draws sound towards the cat's ear so they can have a better understanding of the sound itself. And Scottish Folds, despite having these folds, do not have any impaired hearing per se. The issue that these cats unfortunately face from is cartilage is found in almost every joint inside a cat's body. And if you see that the ears are not forming properly, that also means that the cartilage in between the bones of this animal are again not forming properly. And this condition unfortunately has no cure, and it is also considered extremely painful. Another reason why this condition deserves special attention is because it has actually led to the breed being banned in many countries all over the world, including where they were first discovered or where they were first bred, which is Scotland. So the breed is no longer recognized there. And many catteries around the world or cat organizations will not recognize the breed anymore because there are concerns that this breed is predisposed to way too much pain, which unfortunately lowers the quality of their life. And like I said before, this condition unfortunately has no cure. Therefore, there is very little your vet can do in terms of easing your cat's discomfort. When it comes to these cats, what your vet will usually do, depending on the severity of their condition on an individual basis, will prescribe either medication, supplements, or dietary changes. Now, usually one or a combination of three are used to manage pain in these cats. However, like I said before, the amount of pain that these cats experience varies on an individual basis. Generally speaking, the cats that have extremely folded ears live a more painful life. Now, as a pet owner, this does not necessarily mean that we wish to discourage you from adopting these pets. However, you should be mindful that you will have extra expenses, most likely in the form of these supplements, medications, and dietary alterations, as well as x-rays, because usually these cats are x-rayed frequently to determine the degree of their osteochondral dysplasia. So this is just something you should be mindful of. You should also be very careful to not let your Scottish Fold breed. In fact, in most countries where Scottish Folds are legal, there are still restrictions on having them bred because of this condition. Male Scottish Fold cats might have difficulty mounting properly because of their deformed joints. Similarly, females might have difficulty giving birth, and in many cases they do need assistance. So the breeding of this cat should be left to professionals only. So if you do plan on adopting this cat, odds are you will probably not even get the paperwork for this cat unless you have them castrated or you have them spayed, which is another term for the neutering process. But just be mindful that if there is a circumstance where you find your cat has not been neutered yet, you should definitely go ahead and ask your vet to perform that procedure for you. Another very interesting aspect is that some Scottish Folds are actually what are called Scottish Straits. Now, these are actually the Scottish Fold cats that have Scottish Fold parents. However, their ears tend to stand up really straight. Now, the reason this is so is because although the condition is inherited in this breed, the gene that actually controls this trait does not exert complete dominance. So every now and then we do get Scottish Folds that are Scottish Straits. And because the Scottish Strait cat has ears that stand upright, or to a degree they stand upright, these cats are generally thought to be in better health than pure Scottish Folds. In fact, the very first Scottish Folds had ears that were just slightly bent, so they were mostly Scottish Straits. However, this trait was desired at that time for the breed, which is why there were selective breeding done until the ears became really, really flat, which gave rise to all the issues and the legislations that followed, which got the breed banned in many countries. However, you should know that there are cats that are termed Scottish Straits, and if you do plan on adopting this cat, we highly recommend that you get a Scottish Strait, because there is a really high possibility that a Scottish Strait might have a less severe degree of suffering throughout their life when compared to a true Scottish Fold. And with regards to kittens, there's actually no way to tell when a kitten is born how folded or how straight they are, because all kittens of all cats are actually born with their ears closed, and their ears slowly open up in the first few weeks of life. So that's when you would actually figure out when your cat is, folded or straight. So you can't just look at a newborn kitten and decide, oh, this is a Scottish Fold and this is a Scottish Strait. Again, this is why we advise liaising with a very reputable breeder when you do decide to adopt this pet. With regards to the condition itself, most kittens can actually be diagnosed as young as 7 weeks of age. So this is definitely something you should keep in mind. And we also recommend getting some pet insurance for your Scottish Folds, and try to make sure your insurance has very good coverage policies for radiographs or x-rays, because you will be performing these frequently throughout your cat's life to continually assess the quality of their joints and bones. Right guys, so that was it for today. We really hope that you enjoyed this video. We hope that you learned something new about the Scottish Fold cat. Yes, they are very adorable and their owl-like round faces are extremely cute, but unfortunately, these round faces and flat ears do tell a very sad story of, a disorder with their cartilage that tends to lead to a very uncomfortable life. But that being said, we do have options of Scottish Strait cats, and of course, we do not discourage you from adopting the breed if you decide to do so, but just be mindful of their very individual needs, which you should discuss with your veterinarian. So from me, Dr. Luqman, signing off for now. I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, this is your reminder to subscribe, guys, and bye-bye. Take care.